Hello there, people of the world, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. Nashville's been a little bit of a roller coaster for me when it comes to transitions and when it comes to new and people and changes and all those things, and it kind of hit me recently when I was sitting at my friend Eva's house. Eva's house is really special to me because it not only is the house of a very good friend of mine, but it also just feels like a safe place. And I didn't really know why that seemed so important to me and why I constantly want to be spending time over there. And I feel like when I walk in there, I can just kind of kick off my shoes and just be. That has been this consistent sanctuary that just feels like home to me. With the amount of moving around that I've been doing in Nashville and the amount of, I guess, travel that accompanies my everyday regular life, a sense of home is something that's very, very special and very sacred, and it got me to try to kind of think about what it is that makes a home. And I was talking with Eva about this and sharing with her how I feel like her home has become such a safe place for me, and she was sharing with me how that is one of her biggest dreams and desires, is to have a home for people to feel that. And it's not even just me that goes to Eva's house for things like that. There's other people that kind of have the same feeling when they walk into that door, and it just becomes a place where people come and they just feel safe. And a big part of it has to do with the people living inside of it. Like, Eva just kind of carries that sense of home around with her, where people feel like they belong. And I was at a church service yesterday that was really awesome. The service was talking about like their mission statement and what they want people to feel when they walk in the door. And one of the things they said that stuck out to me was that you belong already. Like, you walk in and you already belong and you're already home and safe, and there's nothing that you have to prove or earn or anything. That's what was really cool, and they were really comparing that to when Jesus chose his disciples. He picked them, and before they fully believed him, before they did anything, they just belonged with him. They were his people, and it just became a part of their identity, and they found home with that. There's been some things that happen out here that are just hard, and when I don't feel like I have a place to fully exhale, fully take off my shoes and relax, it makes me anxious. It makes me feel like I'm constantly like running away and running from something. And you guys, having a safe place to go in the midst of chaos is just important for your soul. And whether that feeling of home comes from a place, a home, a city, or a person. I was talking with my friend Megan a while ago, and she was sharing with me how when there's a lot of chaos and movement and transition in life, that she really knows how to find home in people. And that made all the sense in the world to me, you guys, because sometimes you're around a person and you just feel like you're home. You feel like being your total self, and you feel like you're loved no matter what you do. No matter who you are, you're loved. There's a quote in a Donald Miller book that says, love is not conditional. If it is conditional, then it's not love. It's just some kind of manipulation masquerading itself as love. And that's a really sad way to live. It's not real. So when you find people that really, really know you and really love you and are there for you and fight for you, those are the ones that you hold on to. Those are the ones that feel like home. That feel like I can just be actually honest and be myself and kick off my shoes and relax. You guys, we're all human. We are all doing the best that we can. We all need people around us that are just gonna love us, because God gave us each other to show us himself. I think sometimes we pray prayers and he answers them by giving us people, giving us each other. Bob Goff talks a lot about that. You guys, home is where the people will accept who you are and process. They'll see you, they'll see the good in you, they'll see the bad in you, they'll see the celebrations, they'll see the mistakes, and they're gonna love you anyway. It's really a cool feeling, and I feel like that's what makes a home, is that it gives you permission to be who you are, and it listens to you, and it celebrates you. Find home in people, find home in places, but at the end of the day, you just need to find home. You need to find a place where you can be you and be loved, and that's a big part of getting through life. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to get more involved in what I'm doing and join my online ministry, then go join my Patreon family in the description box below. There will be a link to that. You can preview my book, which will be out so soon. Oh my gosh, stay tuned for that. Follow me on Instagram or Facebook to get updates on that. It's really soon. So I love you, and I hope you have a good rest of your week.